50% there. Okay, relax, guys.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Hello there.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
Okay.
Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Am I? Cannot control anything. Nothing works. Wow, could swear you couldn't. Interesting. Alright. First of all, I wouldn't do this like ever. Let my kid alone. Even though it is day. No. Just checking if there's anyone here. I don't know if I can run or not. Can only move and look around so far.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Why am I here again? I don't remember. Press left to interact with objects. Okay.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Okay.
What?
What's wrong?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
You think, or did he? I mean, or didn't he? Did? Yeah, I said that right. This looks such a creepy place. My kid is not here.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
I pressed Q in case it's like Fallout and it can auto move. Doesn't work.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
This way, Mommy.
Is that the kid? Move!
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
What?
Oh God. The park. What happened here? Callum! Where did you go? It's easy to get lost here.
Clash of Horrors. Tunnel of Tales. So what does the kid like? It's very dark. And I even upped the gamma.
You can't catch me.
Wait, Callum!
No, don't go there. You brat. He disappeared. Carrie Killian is a Satan's whore. Who is Carrie Killian?
Come out, sweetie!
This way.
Freaking flies.
I think this belongs to Callum.
You think?
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit. Callum?
Come on, Mommy.
What's this?
Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just a mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyer had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winder, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. What's the old country? Old man Henderson had the terrible dark things. The land remembered, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that the vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Yeah. Obviously, I shouldn't have stopped, but this is a game, so, you know.
Come out, sweetie!
Catch me, Mommy.
Where are you, bitch?
Callum, stay where you are!
What the frick is he doing?
Come on, Mommy.
I get inside? Cannot move. Okay, that worked. How do they move? Okay.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
Zap.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool.
Wow.
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
Okay.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
3 days, that's a lot.
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children,
Who said that?
don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous
Welcome back, Curse of Death.
lollipops. The children took them and
How are
began
you?
to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
That's good. I mean,
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful,
where?
the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
What a story, right?
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Wow. So, what did you find it? What country is that? Don't remember.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
Ah, yeah, Poland. Yeah. Oh, I know a few things about war, don't worry. About history. So it was an old from the war. Okay. I hope you contacted the authorities.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Oh, you're in the military. Okay. Still, I hope you contacted someone, in case there are more of them there. I'm glad you're okay. That's the most important thing.
Callum? Where'd you go? Callum?
You know very well that's not what I meant. What? Where is the kid?
Don't hide from me, Callum. Another accident. This place.
Such a weird game so far.
Where's my boy?
I don't know, I'm getting the feeling the kid is long dead. Or perhaps I am long dead. Uh, Have you played this game before?
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
What? Oh man, so much text. Alright. To each their own. Wow, this is okay. I guess the guy in the chipmunk suit is no more. I'm guessing. Right.
Callum, come back here right now!
I wonder if I can ride this. It will be fun. Inappropriate, but fun. Oh, I can ride.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Because the question is, if I ride it, how it's gonna start again if I'm inside it. And how it's gonna stop later. But, you know. One thing at a time. Oh, this is fun. Haven't been inside one of these in decades. Well, in this one, exactly never. I think it's going a bit too fast now. Okay, that didn't make any sense.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum. Oh, I remember this.
Why is there a random photo of you two on the bench here? Also, you look nothing. Why are you both with black hair when you are supposed to be redheads?
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
I have to say, this place looks abandoned for many years. So my guess is, either we are dead, the kid is dead, or we are nuts. Wow, this doesn't look friendly.
Wait, Callum!
Bumper cars.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
Oh, I hope I can ride this. Oh, there is a Ferris wheel? I want to go there too. But I highly doubt I can ride this. What? Okay.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Man, last time I was inside one of these bumper cars was, I don't know, 91?
Where are you?
Okay. Date of accident 1976. Yeah, I don't think we can ride. Okay. I don't know how it has lights, but hey, this is a game. Let's not take it too seriously. Creepy as it is.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.
Cool.
Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Okay. Don't think she's doing too well. I don't blame her. But, you know. Yeah, this looks really old.
Stay where you are!
Okay.
Stay where you are!
You can hear a baby crying. Ah, cool. So cool. Yeah, one more thing I haven't done in decades. I have a feeling this is abandoned for at least a decade.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Okay. The game is creepy. Oh, nice touch. But I think it gets sad more than creepy.
Don't be afraid. Callum, tell Mommy where you are. Callum? Callum!
Where's the baby? Well, obviously there's no baby, but still. Okay.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Wow. Okay. The thing is, I won't go into details.
Where are you? Callum!
But it does sound like she has issues.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
So we are at the roller coaster. Okay. It's gonna be fun, I hope.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, this sounds like a great time since you are looking for your lost kid.
Callum, where did you go?
I can barely see anything. Yay! Although I have a feeling... okay, the guy was inside.
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you
Okay.
mean? What have you done to him?
What the frick?
Aye, that's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Okay.
This isn't a game, Callum!
So dark. And I have the gamma up.
The witch awaits.
What wits?
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can't save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Yeah.
Callum, where are you?
Don't let the witch put me in the oven.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Okay.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Keep them away from me.
Callum? Callum!
Pickled punks? What's pickled punks?
Come back!
Cotton candy. This doesn't look good.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Wow. Okay, it got me. Nice.
I can help you, Callum.
Follow the breadcrumbs.
This isn't a game, Callum!
What are you scared of?
I'm not playing anymore, Callum! Callum? Callum!
Mommy, I'm scared.
Take pills.
These are mine.
Say no to graffiti. That's funny. Oh man, I'm tripping here.
Forgive me, Callum.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Callum, I'm sorry.
Don't let him take me.
Callum, I'm sorry. Oh, no.
Get them away from me.
Man, this was a bad idea for a game for tonight.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum! The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Alright. House of Horrors. This looks friendly. When I used to ride similar rides, at first I was really scared. After that, when I became a teenager, nothing. Oh no. Oh no. Terrible flashlight. Or torch, as the British say. Okay, better lighting here.
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone. Done. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. I can't read that. A jeering throng of townfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and something, but I'm not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston and have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. Okay. Not sure exactly why they closed it. Was it because of the kid?
Don't leave me!
Okay. Speaking of Wehrmacht. I like though that you can see the cable power and all that. Okay. This is very different than the ride. It's not normal than I used to go on. Because it was actually a ride. You would sit inside a car. Not a car, like a bumper car type of thingy, kind of. Just on rails.
Leave me alone!
Where is Daddy?
Daddy is dead. Okay. Okay.
Stop!
Turn around, Mommy.
I wish I could afford another chair. Anyway, where am I? Not where am I, where I'm going. Why does my character look like a brunette? Since like an hour ago she was redhead. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
Incidents and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. Incidents and I cannot dismiss them. You're right. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power, even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, anyway, something like that, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue either kind. Wow, cannot read that. Investigate this place too closely. It's the same about Steve. I rather liked him. I wish the letters were the font was a bit larger. Can barely read it. By yourself.
Don't leave me!
Her eyes are red. That can be right. don't know where I'm going now, I'm lost. I think it was this way. Yeah.
What have you done with him?
I guess I have to go that way. What is this supposed to be? Teenage Wolfman, perhaps? Werewolf? Wolfman. Wolfman. It's funny.
One little duck went out one day.
Who was that?
Oh, fantastic. Nightmare Circus. A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk, just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark soul wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Wow. Alright. Redheads, both of them. Possibly the hero, well, the protagonist.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make the payment listed on your last bill. Contact us and you can arrange a payment plan so that you can immediately be reconnected. If you believe that this is in error, call us on to discuss your options. If you are unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. In Maine, don't face it without electricity. I thought we were in New York. What is that? It's a nice place though. The Wilting, Susan Anscombe. With this novel, Susan Anscombe, why is it moving so much? Cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic dancer named Chan Sohara is the key to saving the world again. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic. Everything we've come to expect from an Anscombe novel. Chan Sohara is back, and you'll better believe that she's bigger, better, and bolder than ever before. Okay. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apple supplies. Fish sticks, remember, drop of callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. Okay. It's a big house. Chicken, apples, I think. Potatoes, perhaps. I don't know. I can't see. So is this taking place? It cannot be. I don't know. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all of those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. Picking open of yeah, whatever. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. I understand. Emergency services. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Aftercare recommendations, weekly follow-up with the local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium-based. Discharge instructions. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. Their judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her, and as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication, we have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing, and her employer Susie has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, I think, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Medication instructions. A prescription for Zolift that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with 50 milligram dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. Oh wait, 1977. So it's the early 80s now. Early to mid. Oh come on, are you trying to make the letters smaller? I'm already playing in a window, so everything is even smaller for me. Miss Mallard, our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. Who is this from? Attorneys. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they are not receptive to our overtures. And they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I'm not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Sincerely, Edward Stapleton, attorney. That sucks. Are they down? Interesting. I'm assuming none of them will open. Okay. The packet was a waiting on a child for taking, using joy for baiting, while their mother's mind is breaking, analgesia win. Analgesia. Take 2 tablets by mouth in the morning, then 1 tablet whenever you have an episode. Yeah. This is a joke. Things aren't right between us at the moment, I know. I want to try and explain it. To Lorraine. I think it is because I'm so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse. Like a spring inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When I go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we are good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But what this job is but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, and Emma if it is a girl. Okay. Hunger, the story of Holodomor. In the spring of 1933 in the Soviet Ukraine, an entire population found themselves without food. Over the course of the coming months, the situation grew critical and reports of mass malnutrition began to filter into the upper echelons of government. The people had been left with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of mass starvation that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Soviet experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive the terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the starving parents cooked and ate their own children in order to survive. All here in the page of this shocking true story. That is actually true. I don't know if this book is true, but the story is true. That's communism for you. Okay, cannot really read anything. With this novel, Lorraine cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of the generation. Named Lorraine. Alright. She's definitely losing it for a while, of course, but I can see him. Yeah. I didn't run away, Dad took me. Yeah. Chipmunk goes stabbing, the eyes stabbing, and the older town is gabbing, just lay down and let it happen. Basal ganglia win. Mhm. So perhaps it means that she hasn't been taking her medicine. Long time ago, in a forest of the woods, there lived a woodcutter, his wife, and his children, a boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to buy or sup, and this story has been dictated to hide the truth from the unsuspecting public. Now our panel of fairy tale experts have uncovered compelling evidence that Hansel and Gretel were in fact eaten alive. In this never-before expose, read about how the parents inexorably tried to cover it up by telling stories about a witch and a house made of candy. Okay. Bloody hat. Not good. Bye bye. Aim. See her try. See her why. Her lie. See her try. Her cry. Bye bye. Depressing stuff.
Beautiful sound, the new sound, people. And then, there she is. You'll have the greatest time in your life. 606. 56. Nurse. Hello.
History of Solomon Island. Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice. It has made me a happy Carol. Okay. Cerebral cortex wins. That's funny. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins, the woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. Here are the Yeah, this is one depressing game. This is not, doesn't appear to be redhead. My two best friends, Don and Lara. Why can you hear us, Lorraine? With what? With can you hear us, Lorraine? One of the most important signs in the willing. A sun will strike the earth. Millions of cattle are uprooted from their homes. A young shadow searches desperate for a way to stop global domination. And an exotic dancer, listen, Lorraine, is the kid saving the world again. Dynamic, exciting, irrepressible. Everything we've come to expect, answer us, Lorraine novel. Lorraine, we are watching you. Better believe that that she's bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Alright, let's read the caps only. Can you hear us, Lorraine? A sun will cattle, shadow, domination, listen, Lorraine. Irrespective answers, Lorraine. Yeah, okay. So what is Lorraine under? In a coma, perhaps? In a state of something bad? Remember, you are alone, nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. Alright, I'm turning back. Lorraine, I need you to focus on what we are discussing. The chipmunk killer, Steve Gardner, he was locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winder hasn't been seen in years, but he's nowhere near Atlantic Alley Park. We've established this, you know this. Okay, there is blood coming down from the ceiling. think the cover is a bit different. We're talking, can you hear us, Lorraine? The killing, a son will be devoured, or the cat will be enslaved, this shadow lies on your future, your domination. If you listen, Lorraine, you are key to damning the world. We are whatever. You can only join us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are one. Alright.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
So I guess perhaps he did it.
Show yourself.
Kids broke in today. It's been so long since I heard laughter so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast. The others didn't notice. I like hearing him laugh. This boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, wiring in time to his gasp and shrieks. Wiring? I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Okay. I hope I don't have a copyright strike. Let's hope I can stop this now. No, I cannot. Eyes without sparkle. Okay. Ah, for, at the bottom left of the wall, by the column, I kid you not, I can almost see Mario, Super Mario. Huh. Hansel and Gretel.
Callum? 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 Callum?
Ha! Cthulhu.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
So she either killed him, and they don't know, or the guy in the chipmunk suit killed him. Or they had one more, but I lost it. Anyway. Okay, well, that was it. A very depressing game, very short game for 2022, I mean. Well, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'm not going to stream more tonight, even though I have at least another hour and a half to go before midnight. I don't feel like it right now. Very depressing game. I want to see what continue game is for. Quite curious. Okay, it's from the last save. Okay. Anyway, yeah. More now on, if all goes well, on if I'm okay, on Monday with Terror from the Deep. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.